This is Midnight Grappler Animals. Salt here. I have Lan and Keegan with me as well. We are halfway through our month of Zorro. I believe these episodes will all be dropping around the same time, and if I'm wrong about that and they drop at a different pace,
wait, is this the last one?
No, we got so much more.
But those are bonuses, right?
Yeah, but trust me. Trust me. There's a vision here.
Okay.
Time is
what
so
our listeners
crazy
should do, follow these steps, cancel all your appointments, call out sick to work, listen to all 8-ish hours of these episodes and bonus episodes in one day. And when you do that, make sure you head over to the Patreon at patreon.com/midnightgrappleranimals to access all our bonus content, old and new, such as the other 2 Zorro episodes we're doing. You guys see? You understand the plan now?
Yeah, this is halfway through. Yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
I see.
I like it.
Yeah. There was a vision.
I just like that if anybody is listening to this sequentially through our main feed and they get to the 4th one, that is the last one. It's like, we're halfway through. That's fine.
You got 2 more.
We fucking tricked them. You got tricked.
You got Zorro'd.
Yeah.
Now, before we get to today's subject, I want to briefly address a piece of Zorro news. The majority of our episodes are not meant to be based on news or current events, but we here at Midnight Grappler Animals simply can't help but predict certain cultural currents.
Ahead of the curve.
Back in April, yeah, curve like a blade.
Mm.
I thought blades were meant to be straight.
Gay blade.
I guess the gay ones are a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back in April 2025, the publisher Alien Press announced they had acquired the license for comics featuring Zorro, which initially included a remaster of Alex Toth's 1960 Gold Key comics. And this week, Alien subsequently announced they have a pretty wide line of Zorro crossovers in the pipeline. I have one comment I want to make, but is there anything either of you want to say about this?
It's crazy who they got.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy who they got.
This is insane.
It's a little too much talent for such a bizarre thing.
Talent is an interesting word. Talent is a fascinating word.
The thing is, saying talent, I'm not excited. I'm apprehensive. I don't know the word. There's certainly feelings. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
I have less to say about the writers and artists involved and more so about like what they thought would be good crossover material. And I am fascinated, confused, and delighted by Zorro versus Napoleon.
Awesome.
Yeah, I hope he fucking kills that short frog.
That is a
bitch.
Galaxy Brain crossover.
Yeah, it really is.
Keep it going. I want Zorro versus all these different generals in history.
Like
Zorro versus Godzilla. It's happening. It's going to happen.
Okay.
It's about
yeah,
Zorro versus the biker mice from Mars. We got to start looking at Dynamite's other stuff and just somehow find a way to.
Red Sonja.
Zorro versus Red Sonja. Zorro versus the Thundercats. Zorro versus the Silverhawks.
Yeah,
easy peasy. Yeah.
Zorro versus
Fisto.
It's so easy. Zorro versus Bum Fardo.
Oh, wait, you could do Space Ghost. Zorro versus Space Ghost. That would be weird.
Okay, wait, that's a good one. That one sounds like it'll actually be a good book, though.
Zorro versus Flash Gordon. Zorro and Flash Gordon. Oh, Peter Cannon Zorro Bolt.
No, okay.
Nah.
All right, well, that bit was rapidly losing steam, so we're moving on.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, okay. Whatever.
Yeah, spit on my face while you're at it. Shit all over my bathroom walls while you're at it, Salt.
That's done. That's done. We're moving on.
Go listen to the B-side, folks.
That's right. Over on the Patreon. We've done 2 straight film adaptions and the original novel. I think it's time we look at a parody film. Today, we're looking at the 1981 George Hamilton comedy, Zorro the Gay Blade. I have
the
so much
thing
to
is,
cover.
you had the perfect setup there. You said we looked at 2 straight film adaptations,
Oh.
and you had the perfect T-ball to say, let's look at a gay Zorro adaptation.
Yeah.
Go on.
I set that up for you.
I
was playing
criticism.
5-dimensional chess. Land's gonna say something. He's gonna correct me.
This is the true peanut gallery episode of the month of Zorro.
I wouldn't have it any other way. We've got Zorro the Gay Blade. Lan and Keegan, I'm so glad you were able to experience this film. How'd you guys like it?
You know, initially, I had thought that the gay in the title was referring to the classical sense of gaiety. You know, like when you think about a gay swashbuckler. You know,
it's a yes and situation. I would say.
Yeah. And then, I get like halfway through the movie, and I did literally write down the note. I wrote down the note. Oh, like literally gay. So that was my impression.
Oh,
yes.
As soon as he appeared, all caps, the gay blade appears was my note. And then the movie changes what it is midway. Incredible. It's excellent. Oh, so good.
On that note, this is a parody film. This is an explicitly gay Zorro, which we'll get into. But I want to revisit our very first episode where Ibrahim said that Mask of Zorro was the Zorro legacy film, and it is. But this film is explicitly a legacy film for the 1940 Zorro movie. There's an assumption that you're familiar with it, and it even has it includes a scene from it at the very start. So on that note, what I want to open with here is what I really like about this take on Zorro is, it's taking the piss out of Zorro, but there is a respect for the source material. And if you like Zorro, or that type of film, like, you're going to get something out of this. Right.
Yeah, it's Young Frankenstein, right? Like,
it's
that exact mold, and it's as like I think that what Lan was saying, where it's like the whole first half of the movie, it's just kind of like, okay, so this is just kind of he's a
pretty straight adaptation, I would say.
Right. And then it hits the mid, and it's just like, oh, hell yeah, like this is Young Frankenstein. And so it's just like having that grounding. It's funny because it's like it really shows the different ways that you could do a legacy sequel too, where this is not The Force Awakens at all. It's great. I love it.
For people unfamiliar with the film, really briefly, this takes place approximately 20-30 years after the events of the 1940.
It specifically says after Zorro, as though it's saying like Anno Domini.
That's great.
Which I thought was incredible.
And we have the young Diego Jr. Returning to the Mexico he grew up in. He's getting the lay of the land, and in his first week back, he receives a coffin, and inside the coffin is the costume of Zorro. And prior to that, he's been informed by the new alcalde that his father has died, and it's a pretty good bit where they say his dad was riding his horse, and the horse got scared when it saw a turtle, and then they followed up with, the turtle has been executed.
The turtle. A million little bits like that. It's so good.
Yeah. So then this young Diego, who is, the spoof here is that, while Zorro pretended to be a fop and an out of touch rich guy, this he is an actual out of touch rich guy. And so he tries to be Zorro, and he's okay at it. And then he breaks his leg during one of his exploits. And so for a month, there's no Zorro, and the alcalde is getting more greedy. And then his twin brother comes back to town, and his very flamboyant brother and him eventually realize, oh, you could be Zorro in my stead. And so the gay blade refers to the gay brother who becomes the Zorro for the second half of the film. And that takes care of most of our synopsizing.
Yep, it's about Melvin, the gay brother of the Joker.
Now, Lan made a comment about Alain Delon. Yeah, so Alain Delon was in a 1970s Zorro film, and it's pretty good. Some really good stunt work. But the reason Delon took that film was because about a decade prior, he did a film called The Black Tulip. And The Black Tulip is about a guy who takes up a vigilante persona like Zorro. He gets injured and his twin brother takes up the role in his stead. So I do think that film probably influenced this one. And that's the only connection I was going to call to.
Okay.
The gay brother is so important.
Yeah, but the gay brother, it's a gay
brother. This is like,
and that's what sets this movie apart. Alain Delon would have never been able to do this.
This is Vanilla Ice going, it's dun 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 dun, right? Like that's the difference. It's a key significant difference though. Like,
okay, but real talk, I love gay Zorro. I love him so much.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's so like the whip is already gay. We've already established this. Fencing's the gayest thing you could do with a sword. Whips are for queens. Like,
yeah.
All the ingredients are already there. Gay Zorro already makes sense. And like, oh, it's so good. Just make your character gay. Just like take a classic character and make him flamboyantly homosexual. It's a winning formula, is what it is. I love it.
So
I looked up.
It's so crazy. Ahead, this is a very trans-positive film as well.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you mentioned that because I went on Letterboxd and I was trying to like look at other people's reviews, and you've got the mix of reviews, of course, but a lot of the most positive reviews were people who watched this as a kid on some rerun before they realized they were trans or gay, and it was like really formative for them, and I thought that was really cool.
Wow,
Caldi is so horny for gay Zorro. It's excellent. It's so he loves himself a giant woman, and that's you gotta appreciate.
I love the bit where he says, "That's not your brother. Your cousin's not a woman. She is a goddess."
Yeah. the dialogue in this movie is so good. There's a line that my girlfriend and I say to each other all the time, and it's one of the first scenes with gay Zorro fully Zorroed up, and he says, "And remember, my peoples, it is not a crime to be poor, only to dress poorly." Goated.
Can you imagine being like just one of the peasants, and for like a month or so you've been experiencing this Zorro, and then like a month passes, no Zorro, he comes back, but he's like 20% gayer. Do you notice that, like as a because obviously there's bigger fish to fry, like the bigger situation.
The alcalde notices that's where we get the scene where
do the people like think, wow, thank God Zorro's back to save us? But does anyone notice that he's like 20% more gay now?
Is anyone clocking him? Is anyone clocking him? Is it just me? My gaydar's going off. Like, I don't.
Not to listen, guys. Not to say that I don't like what he's doing. However,
I'm just trying to listen.
We are noticing this, right?
Like it's not just me, right?
I'm doing this wokely, okay? But
I'm trying to clock him
us.
It's
really
right?
Cool. But
that metric from Lan is so important. It is exactly 20% gayer.
Again, because Zorro's already gay, right?
Very gay. Yeah.
Already, all the gay ingredients are there.
There's more dialogue I really want to hone in on because I love the zingers in this movie. When the first Zorro, Diego Jr., is sparring with Esteban, the alcalde, which is another great comic performance. Mm-hmm. Esteban says, you a little clumsy, my friend? And then Diego says, to be a friend, I have to be more than clumsy. I have to be a stupid.
The accent he uses in this one is just like, it's crazy because it's so borderline racist. but at the same
so,
time,
I
it's
mean,
like it like horseshoes back into being like the perfect parody.
Yeah. It's very Mel Brooks. Like it just gets pulled off because it's funny enough. Like is all because it's definitely racist and homophobic, but it's so funny.
I would go further as to posit this as like some of the last good conservative comedic art.
Hell yeah.
Because like this has a point it's trying to make, but it's not about like dominating your enemies and putting forward like some weird white supremacist vision. Like it's racist in its own way, but that's just more because of George Hamilton and the rest of the crew's like own short-sightedness. But like what it does different than modern conservative humor is it actually tells a funny joke. It's not getting so angry that it forgot to tell the joke.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, even like it is funny because you bring up the politics and it's like the backdrop of this is so funny. The white lib lady walking around.
Oh my god,
the revolution will come, and Zorro is just
she has one of my favorite lines in this entire movie where she says the bird of freedom will drop its egg on your head.
Yeah.
There's
so many good lines in that scene because she keeps saying that people have a right to speak up against the government, and finally the Alcalde agrees, and he goes, "Okay, you're allowed to speak, but I will arrest anyone who will listen."
Yeah. Just it so much of it is like President who was the president at that time? Roosevelt? No. Let's just say it was Adams. President Adams, my people yearn for freedom, is like the underlying like crux of this entire movie's plot, right? It's like the freedom fighter, who may or may not be a Pinkerton, wink wink nudge nudge, is here to inspire freedom within all of us.
You know,
But
on the
Zorro's
note of
hella
the
horny for
politics, I was looking up like, you know, other people's reviews, and I saw that Ebert had a pretty scathing review, and he talks about how the film starts out okay, but then it really goes off the rails once you introduce the gay brother, because these are, you know, homosexual stereotypes. And I think the thing that Ebert missed that I find so crucial and entertaining to this movie is the fact that Bunny, the gay Zorro, is a way better Zorro than Diego. Like he's actually more effective at being Zorro.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Navy trained, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
He's Navy trained. So true. So true. Yeah. No, for sure. He's awesome. Like he's doing such a good job. And the movie is so early on, it tells you who's the bad guy, right? So it's like whoever's beating the bad guy's ass is the good guy. So like enjoy when the good guy is being awesome. Celebrating this queen. Love to see it.
Are there any other lines or moments that stood out to you guys?
The scene where, you know, the other thing is we've had 2 adaptations now where there have been 2 women lusting for Zorro, right? And this one, it is Esteban's wife.
Awesome. Yep, more cuckery. We love to see
just
it.
more cuckery. We do love a Zorro that cucks.
Yeah.
The Zorro. The
key
Zorro
to
that
the
cucks. Scott Snyder, if you're listening to this episode,
Scott
stop.
Snyder. Wait, SGM. No, this is SGM.
SGM.
This is SGM. He can have this.
SGM does
This
not have
one's
the
for free.
balls to do the
Sean
Zorro
Gordon
who
Murphy.
cucks.
This one is free. The car can be the cuck chair. Okay, he's sitting in the car.
Ooh.
Free idea.
The car is the cuck chair.
Whoa,
Okay.
Keegan, you trying to get into comics writing?
Yeah, what's going on here?
I'm seeing what you're doing.
I'm just helping a guy, you know?
Can have the one for free.
130 pages, man. It's not that hard. You could do it.
This is our equivalent of Stephen King's Dollar Babies. We're just throwing all these ideas out today.
Yeah.
Anyone, I don't know what the fuck I can do with them, but I'm sure you can figure out something to do with any of the things we're talking about today. Go wild, go buck wild with Zorro, the Zorro who cucks, the car cuck chair. Just do everything.
I'm I'm so excited to see how not horny SGM Zorro is, because that's one of the biggest key things of this too, is how horny everyone is for each other in this movie. Like it's a key part of Zorro at this point. Is, you know, we've watched enough things to know, like, yeah, there should just be a thick film of horn.
Yeah, there's a good bit with like Esteban's sexuality where, you know, Lan talked about how Esteban is extremely attracted to the gay Zorro in drag. But then we also find out sometime before that he has sex with his wife 12 times a year, but it's 12 times in one night.
Once a month is not that bad.
Yeah, that's a good
I disagree, but 12 times in one night is so funny. Oh,
I want to talk a little bit about the filmmaking, because I think part of what elevates this beyond just like a parody film is it's extremely competently made. And I don't just mean the fact that, you know, Hamilton's giving a really lively performance and he can do some of his own stunt work, but the cinematography and direction. So we've got Peter Medak, who I wasn't really familiar with, but he's pretty accomplished. But the one that's very surprising is cinematography is by John Alonzo, who worked as cinematographer on Chinatown and Scarface.
You know, not the craziest transition I've heard from a cinematographer. We covered a movie that was...
We've done weirder ones.
that had the cinematography of Dean Kundi and starred Joe Coy. So, sure.
Yeah.
But there's some really memorable shots in this film. One shot I really like is in the very beginning when the socialist lady's carriage is pulling up. In her windows is framed Zorro and his mute sidekick character. Just some very sharp filming there. Another really memorable shot. I'm dying to know if they like came up with this concept or someone did it before. But it's at the ball when all the landlords and all the other like high and mighty people, they pull up as Zorros themselves, and the room floods with Zorros. That's such a memorable image.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
that was so fun. All the Zorros keep showing up at the party.
Yeah,
it's real fun, real good, real good.
I do
trick.
like actually that shot, like where it goes like almost documentarian, where you can actually see the light, you know, following Esteban, and he's going from person to person.
Yeah.
Like, it goes almost like TMZ-esque.
Yeah, there's a few good handheld shots that are. Yeah, that's a good comparison. Yeah, Esteban is a very funny part of this movie. That's Ron Liebman, who I wasn't familiar with, but I think a lot of people are familiar with his wife, Jessica Walters, from. I think most people know her best from Arrested Development. So very funny couple.
Huh.
Nice.
Shh. Thank you for your opinion, Chaco.
Yeah, peanut gallery episode, I'm telling you. Even the dogs have an opinion.
Dog is very excited.
I feel like, Salt, you trapped me. I think you trapped me.
How'd I trap you?
You trapped me because last week we read the book and I talked at length about how racist Bernardo was. And now this week we watched this movie and Paco was awesome.
Yeah, I know.
And now I'm trapped. This is unfair. Why did you do this? Why did you do that to me? You motherfucker.
I know, it's
why'd you do that?
It shows that your comedy can be problematic as long as it's
woke.
Funny. Like
there's a
I don't know.
woke comment.
I don't know.
Semi-woke
Paco's
comedy.
so funny.
Paco just disappears once the gay blade shows up, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, besides the window thing happens later in the movie, and then he's fighting people.
He has two window moments. The fat guy was going to talk. You should go on
that's so
that.
funny. The two fat guys bumping fat guys against each other is awesome. It's so good, man.
See, speaking of sexual awakenings, that was definitely someone's sexual awakening. We used to have fat guys on
film. That's true. Now they gave John Goodman Ozempic. It's fucked up.
Yeah, like
Why is Jonah Hill skinny?
Guys.
Why is Jonah Hill skinny?
Jonah Hill does change size. You know,
he doesn't deserve to.
He changes size frequently. Like he goes back and forth.
Doesn't matter. He doesn't deserve
mysterious.
To. Stick to one.
Moneyball's the best. Moneyball's is best, and he's fat in that. So at least we'll always have that. Is he fat in Wolf of Wall Street?
He is pretty fat in Wolf of Wall Street.
He's pretty fat in Wolf of Wall Street. So
I mean, honestly, his best work really is.
He's a fat guy. He should be fat. This is
you know what they say. Funniness is stored in the fat.
Yeah. Fat funny guy is just a classic template.
Yeah.
Salt trapped me with Paco though. It's pretty messed up.
It is. What can you do?
Nothing. Laugh at Paco. That's all you could do. And I guess laugh at Bernardo.
I forgot to mention to you, I think you would like the 1950s Disney Bernardo, Keegan. In the 1950s Disney version, Bernardo is a guy who pretends to be deaf so he can spy on Zorro's enemies.
Okay, they figured that one out. They figured it out.
That's pretty sick.
I feel like a cartoon Zorro, you could do Bernardo straight because it's just going to be a dog or something, you know? And it's like, okay, that's fine. But like,
make him a dog.
Make him a dog. Well,
I don't know what to do with this DEI character. He's a dog now.
Well,
or a beaver.
Talking animals, right? So it's like, he's a fat dog. It's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe a bear.
I like how,
that is a good
despite the fact
movie.
that Zorro, means fox, the intent to give him a fox companion, I don't know. That's the thing I'm scared about with SGM Zorro is the possibility of actually getting that fox companion.
A little fox
Not
pet.
like this. Not like this.
Fox.
Oh, Lan, you think just because SGM is writing Zorro, you think he would take the most obvious cue and give Zorro a fox sidekick? You think SGM would do that?
I can't wait.
Oh, no.
I can't wait to be disappointed.
It's like... I really don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say.
We don't need to go off too long about this movie itself. I got another topic I want to cover. I adore this film. I think it understands parody films better than probably the last 2 decades of parody films.
That I don't agree with, but it does do a pretty good job.
What parody films are good? Oh, well, you just watched that one, huh? You just watched that one. That's a parody movie, right?
Yeah. There's a pretty big element of parody in it. But,
which movie?
Austin Powers was.
Is good. That's true.
Austin Powers is what, 30 years ago? No, it's not.
I would
say Austin Powers is a masterclass in parody. But again,
it was made by Jay Roach, the director of Trumbo, starring Bryan Cranston. How could it? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it.
Think about it.
So, think about it.
Think about it.
From Russia with Love, George Hamilton, George, the other guy who played the James Bond in Lazenby. Yes, that's right. That's the guy. George Lazenby, George Hamilton, one's Tanner. Do you think that George Hamilton got this role just because of how much Tanner he put on? Not even like they knew for a fact, like he's not Mexican, he's not Spanish, but by God, does he have a lot of Tanner on?
I do have something not woke.
No, say it.
I do have a
today's the day to not be woke.
Okay, because it's like I think we talked about this in the Discord at some point that you got to be really brave. You got to be so brave, but like blackface could be funny. Brownface could be funny. It's tough. I'm not saying I could do it. I'm not saying you should do it, but it could be.
With what Lan is saying, I think you can get away with it kind of if you're someone like George Hamilton who already tans a lot and like uses tanner.
Because lying's funny.
So the other answer
you couldn't make Zorro the gay blade today.
You arguably
just like
true.
Tropic Thunder. Just like Tropic Thunder.
Well, yeah. I think you you do have to be someone who like you can't be woke and make this movie, right?
Or you just have to be really brave, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
you have to be brave.
Like, hyper woke, you know?
Yeah, it's like understand that this is funny. Like, and we could pull it off, but you have to be really brave or not woke. Which ignorant. Brave or ignorant.
It's all about horseshoeing around, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like the woke jokes in that latest Naked Gun movie.
Because the racism's funny here.
The Nirvana the Band the Show movie. There was a really good joke about the horseshoe-ness of it. Yeah, I think you could do Zorro the Gay Blade today. I just think it wouldn't be as original as it was in 1981, presumably.
You got to do it for a different pulp character maybe, but one that everybody knows.
I thought you were gonna say like a different kind of community. Zorro the Trans Blade.
So on that note,
Zorro the Wasian Blade.
See, the Wasian hockey player.
It's all there. SoCal. It takes place in SoCal, right? It's all there. The time for Zorro the Wasian Blade.
Connor
maybe I'll make this movie.
No, the wrong one. It's actually the other.
No. But Connor lives in LA, so it's funnier, and we'll pretend he's Wasian. Then there's the lying.
Connor's story. Do yellow face for the Zorro the Wasian Blade.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
Could you sort of racistly but sort of wokely pretend that like a name for an Asian guy or a Wasian guy would be DA, and then his last name could be Go? You know, you see what I'm doing there?
I mean, there are Asian guys named Diego.
Yeah.
There are Asian guys named Diego.
Look, Latina doesn't. It could be white. There's white Latinas.
What Tinos? Yeah. What Tinos?
Any other final comments about this film?
No, not really.
Cool. Keegan?
The white lady saying Spanish stuff is so funny every time. T. Benitez. Yeah. It's great. This is just... You go, girl.
I mean, the 1980s really was like a golden era for like white comics doing a goofy accent, because I would say 80% of the material here that Hamilton is doing is indistinguishable from a Robin Williams set at the same time. Robin Williams doing a Mexican guy voice or a gay guy voice fucking killed back then.
Very funny.
So the last thing I want to talk about is George Hamilton himself, because this dude is more of a character than the characters he plays. Also want to address how this movie happened. This was sort of a sequel to, or a follow-up, let's say, to a movie he did 2 years before called Dracula Love at First Bite. So he did his own Dracula parody as well, and that was successful enough that he did this movie. Either one of you know anything about George Hamilton besides the fact that he's a very tan individual?
I think that was the most significant thing I know about him.
All right, so I did a deep dive on this guy because this goes very far, and I'm not going to read all of it. I'm instead just going to read from the Wikipedia and tell people, if you're interested in knowing more about George Hamilton, it's all cited on there, and you can read the longer articles. It's nuts. Again, as someone who loves Zorro the Gay Blade, George Hamilton is possibly a very evil guy. But here we go. Beginning in 1979, Hamilton had a prominent friendship, in quotes, with Imelda Marcos, the first lady of the Philippines.
The Philippines? What?
Oh, get ready.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Are you telling me that George Hamilton was affiliated with the Marcos regime?
George Hamilton was not only sleeping with the Marcos regime, it goes further.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Wikipedia.
What the fuck?
All right. Salt.
So he's basically he's fulfilling the role as Imelda Marcos's side piece when she's cheating on Ferdinand.
Sure,
I mean, for all I know, Ferdinand's approved of it, right? Hamilton was named as an unindicted co-conspirator in a federal fraud and racketeering case against the Marcoses, which claimed that the Marcoses used Hamilton as a front to move money and had funneled more than $12 million through Hamilton's personal accounts before the Marcoses went into exile in 1986.
Okay, wow.
That's
now
sick.
The next sentence will take us from the stratosphere into another solar system. Are you ready?
Oh boy.
Again, this we have Hamilton named as unindicted co-conspirator in this case. Hamilton is being used as a fence. More than $12 million have been moved through his accounts, with Saudi businessman and arms dealer Adnan Khashoggi acting at the behest of the Marcoses in these schemes.
No fucking way.
Yeah, dude, we've got it all. We've got Hollywood, we've got embezzlement and corruption.
I'm looking at his Wikipedia now, and his friendship and dealings with Imelda Marcos is a subcategory on his Wikipedia. It goes early life, career, business endeavors, friendship and business dealings with Imelda Marcos, then personal life.
Yeah. Oh, and dude, like, I've read the full article. It's there. Because this went to court, you know? There's so much evidence against the Marcoses here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and somehow this didn't sink Hamilton just because, you know, he was so successful as an up-and-coming Hollywood powerhouse at the time. But, you know, I love this movie, but if you're Filipino and you hate George Hamilton, fair play.
No, absolutely. You have all the right to hate. You have absolutely all the right to hate George Hamilton. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy loves personal life. In 1966, Hamilton had a relationship with Linda Bird Johnson, the daughter of U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson.
Oh, so that's
I know.
what the B
it's like in the
stands
60s, he learned like how they killed Kennedy. And in the 70s, he's like, well, I'm going to help bankrupt the Philippines.
This is crazy.
I know, dude. What a
Hey,
life.
man, you know, if homie calls you up, you just say yes. You know, sometimes you just got to support the homie. Again, Filipino and you hate this guy. That's fine. I'm just saying he was showing up for the homie. He was showing up for the hookup. There's something. There's some
James
values
Tynan,
there.
you give me a Department of Truth comic about George Hamilton, and I will take back everything I said.
Yeah, I'm there for it. I mean, I love that genre of like fake history that feels real enough, right? Like, convince me.
But this is real history that feels fake, but is too real.
So fun. Oh my God, what a crazy thing.
Yeah.
You know what's wild is like, I mean, $12 million is a lot of money, but like, it's funny. It's a funny amount of money. Like,
well, I mean, it's a lot more than 12 million for like inflation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 40 years ago.
Well, I mean, maybe like
years ago.
Maybe after Trump's done with the economy, it'll be down to like 11 million in today's money.
That's almost $100 million in today's dollars.
Oh.
Not for long.
Yeah, not for long.
Not for long.
It'll be 12 cents in a few weeks after the tariffs.
Please, China, conquer us.
Bong Marcos,
Please.
it's time for you to finish the job your parents started.
Please take care of us.
You
Swaddle
need to
me like a baby.
You need to invest in a Zorro the Gay Blade remake that will be so bad that it crashes the American economy permanently.
Salt's next movie is going to be Zorro on a motorcycle. Gay Zorro on a motorcycle. It's just 15 minutes of motorcycle chasing.
I would love that. I think it'd be sick. Zorro like getting head while he rides a bike. Let's do it.
Oh my God.
It's like Bound. It's just like Bound.
Yeah. Hey, what is The Matrix if not a Zorro remake? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. It's revolutionary.
Right. Well, that covers it not only for Zorro the Gay Blade, but all of our mainline, all of our free to the public Zorro episodes. But like I said, we got more to go. We got 2 more we'll be doing for you over on the Patreon. We've got The Legend of Zorro, a movie I think that will make me very sad and depressed. Probably got to get back on those antidepressants for that. And then we've got the much ballyhooed Sean Gordon.
Oh yeah,
that's what we call.
See that?
That's
if he was a cool guy, yeah, if he was cool, we could call him Sean Gordy. But
Sean Gordy Murphy, come on the show. We'll call you Sean Gordy. We'll be really respectful and nice.
All of that's over on the Patreon, which you can access on patreon.com/midnightgrappleranimals. We've got all the links you'll need in the episode description to get over to sub to the show, to follow us on the social medias, all that good stuff. Thank you for subbing if you're already doing so. And if you're not, we understand. Cash is tight. You can help us in other ways. Go give the show a good review. That would be mucho appreciated. Before we head out of here, though, we've got one more feature for you. We've got our Tastemakers Grab Bag, where we recommend things we've been into to you. And before we do it, Lan, I just want to quickly go over another feature, which is we played a game last week, and I was really sad you couldn't be there.
Oh, it was fun.
Okay.
It was
Sure,
a fun game.
shit all over my walls while you're at it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's everywhere. I'm putting shit on your floor, on the
ceiling, on the floor.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
I was
no joking.
What was
this is
the feature?
not a joking matter.
Not a joke. Not a laughing matter.
I was reading the names of Johnston McCauley creations to Keegan. I said, all right, what other characters did he make before and after Zorro? But I was also slipping in fake ones to throw him off his game. And Keegan was really good at this at first. And then, he went off the rails.
I was so bad at it.
What was the one that threw you off?
I don't remember.
What 10 of them
There
threw
were a
him
lot
off?
of them, yeah. I was kind of going, I didn't know a single one. I don't think I knew a single one. Like, truly, it was all guessing. So the good guessing just ran out.
It just ran out.
Fun.
Your luck ran out.
And I can't tell you because I forgot them all already, but you listener can listen to that episode.
I remember there was one where the French girl was killing the revolutionaries. I didn't like that. She's kind of communist or something.
Oh, no, that wasn't Johnston McCauley. That was Scarlet Pimpernel.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, that was the precursor. That was an early pulp superhero kind of character. Yeah.
All right. We vamped enough. Do you have your tastemaker items?
I got mine. Yeah.
Let's go, Lan.
I am a proud Torontonian. I am a proud Canadian. And this week I did my civic duty. I watched some Canadian content, otherwise known as CanCon, and I went and watched Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. Probably very early contender for movie of the year. Just a fantastic movie. What more is there to say? I'm so proud to be a Torontonian. I'm so proud to be from Toronto. I'm so proud to be Canadian. And you know what? It's going to be so funny seeing what Americans do and don't get from this movie. There's some really funny lines and funny bits too that are very hyper focused on Toronto. Like if you know who Gian Gomeshi is, there's a hilarious scene in this movie. So yeah, very good. I'm really interested in seeing what Matt Johnson does with that Anthony Bourdain biopic he's doing. That's gonna be my big one for this week.
Sweet. Keegan, I'm gonna cut in right now before you go, because that's a good segue for me. I have heard so much hype about this movie, and I believe the hype that even though I'm seeing it tomorrow, I am what's the opposite of retroactive? But I'm putting Yeah. I'm
Yes.
proactively making Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, my item as well.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, mine's an experience. So no, actually, it's not that one. But I will say, if an ex-homeless lady says buy tickets to my jazz show, do it. Okay, you're gonna have.
Hold on, I know we pushed the Patreon a lot in this episode, but like that is the funniest story Keegan has ever told.
It's
like
so
it's just, you can sub and unsub, I don't care, but like get over on the Patreon and listen to the full story from Keegan. It is incredible.
It was really was something. Truly, like, yeah. That, so again, a homeless lady in your city invites you to a jazz thing. Go do that. I'm not sure that happens a lot. Ex homeless lady.
Ex-homeless lady. Artist
the
formerly
other-
known as homeless lady.
Yeah. The other thing was I went to a basketball game and had so much fun. The Intuit Dome is insane place. I'm excited to go to a not venture capitalist dystopic stadium in the future, because it's a little too much. The Intuit Dome is a little too Amazon for me. But it was very fun to go watch live sports. A very different experience than watching it on the TV. And so just saying, shouts, go to a live sporting event. It could be baseball, basketball. Football is a little, I don't think I would do that, but like, even
if you're going to a
volleyball,
Trailblazers
whatever.
game, there's no better time to show your support for Palestine.
Yeah, that's true. Bring a flag. That'd be cool. Or I mean, honestly, if you go to a Rockets game, bring a Palestinian flag. If you go to a Warriors game, bring a Palestinian flag. Most of the teams. If you're gonna attend, go ahead and show up with that. But it was rad. It was awesome. It was very fun, and it was a really good day. So go to a live sporting event, drink a beer there, get a big old beer and drink it at the basketball game. And that's it.
I have one follow-up question, Keegan.
Of course.
How much did the beer cost?
Actually, I didn't even get a beer.
Well,
the reason I didn't get a
what
beer.
a hypocrite.
No, it's because I went to a gay bar afterwards and had liquor, and I can't drink beer before liquor. I get very ill, and my tummy doesn't like it. So
Zorro, the gay bar.
Literally, yeah, West Hollywood shouts. I entered the bar and I got hit on by two guys in 30 seconds. It was incredible.
Let's go.
God damn.
Doesn't matter who you are. If you just go to gay bars are great. Just go to a gay bar. I had a delicious drink. It was fantastic.
These guys walked up. They said, "Do you know who Zorro is?"
No, so I was wearing that would be awesome. I was wearing a Denver Nuggets jersey. I have a Jokic jersey.
Oh, that's why they hit on you.
Immediately was like, "You from Denver?" I was like, "Okay, dude. Like, let's talk later." No, I'm just kidding. But no, that was why I skipped the beer. Because I always got an upset tummy.
So next time you should get those guys numbers in the most queer baiting way, but just so they can come on the podcast.
Hey, yeah.
The most queer baiting way.
Yeah, just like, oh, thanks for talking to me, buddy.
You guys ever play chess with dogs? Hell of an experience. Hell of an experience. That dog almost got my ass, I'll tell you what.
Dude, he's a good player, man. He knows his shit.
Never underestimate that dog, man. That's some airbud shit.
Yeah.
All right. On that note, thanks for listening and
keep on
grappling.